ヒントにとどめる。人を育て導く器の大きさ。
え
ああ、こんな大きな好感度アップエフェクト初めて見たな。
Bureaucrat to Villainous Dad. This was episode number 9, and it was clearly a filler episode. And I don't want to say it was unenjoyable completely. I genuinely did laugh at the end of the episode when they got the biggest intimacy boost ever, and even the daughter called it out. She's like, I've never seen an intimacy boost this big. And I love seeing 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥, aka Grace, just kind of like all kinds of confused because she was like, oh, I let Anna solve the puzzle and she knocked it out the park. And, you know, he's thinking like, okay, all the characters are going to see her value in the student council and she's going to go through the roof. But instead, all of them saw like, oh, she gave Anna the chance to solve it. You know, she was doing this, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. And they saw it completely differently. And I loved that moment. And I thought it was just hilarious. I actually genuinely laughed quite a bit. I also love I don't know what the reference point was for this song that 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 decided to sing. But I love whatever the reference point was. I love that they treated that as like an ending credit to another anime. And it even had me questioning for a second. You know, I was like, oh my God. I was like, is this the last episode of the anime? Is this how they're going to end it? It even had me questioning it. Now, obviously, the answer is no. They were just kind of doing a play on the fact that he was doing a song from an ending of another anime. And I love that moment too. So don't get me wrong for both of those points. But here's the thing. It was a filler episode. And even 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥's daughter, you know, admitted that, oh, this portion of the game that they're in with this Rubik's Cube thing is a bonus level to the game to just get additional intimacy points. So basically, it's a non-useless, non-needed part of the game unless you really want to play it. And based on what she said is that nobody does. So this basically means this episode and anything that happened in it, which really was nothing, was just a wash. Really, it was just a excuse to show each of the different male characters in the show and have a lot of 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 confusion with riddles and stuff like that. Now, if you thought this episode was cute, if you enjoyed it, more power to you. You know, for me, I paused, and I might just be in one of those moods today, but I paused like 4 times because I was just so effing bored. And I was like, man, it really sucks too because this episode, you know, the show is definitely something special. But I was like, I don't know how I feel about it because episode 9 is kind of a filler episode. And then at the preview for next episode is called Dad Cross-Dresses, which looks like it's just going to be a big episode that's just around 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥, just, you know, playing dress up and stuff. Of course, it could have some additional meaning. Of course, it could have some you know, story stuff. But considering that we're so close to the end, I kind of feel like the end is going to be of somewhat importance here with figuring out, is 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 going to get to go back to his original body? Is he stuck in this world? There's so many questions that we have, and it kind of feels like they're wasting our time, which feels like a slap in the face as a viewer as we're getting really close to the end of the show. So take that for what you will. Take that, take that opinion for what you will. But really, you know, this review is probably going to be really short too because nothing happened. There was a Rubik's Cube game. They summoned each of the different boys, August, Virgil, all of them, Lucas, and they ended up solving the Rubik's Cube puzzle, and that's it. And they got big intimacy boost at the end of it from all characters across the board. So I don't know. This episode, 5 out of 10, it was just not really enjoyable for me. Again, that ending portion of it, though, when she sung the song and when they got the big intimacy boost at the end, I did laugh. I thought those moments were funny, but those moments weren't good enough to hold up the rest of the show, which I thought was just pretty blasé. Hopefully next week is a lot better, so I'll just say that. All right, I'll leave you guys on those thoughts there. I'll see you guys next week for another episode of Bureaucrat Dad. Peace out.